Welcome, everyone. My name is Jacob. Thank you for joining me. This is Hunt Detail, and hope you're having a great season. Hope you're filling tags. Hope you're having fun, and more importantly, hope that you're evolving as a hunter, getting better, and if anything, building intel for next season. I had a chance. It's December 18th. I've had a chance to go out last Thursday and had a really solid hunt. This was a piece of Big Woods Public, so there's no ag. Imagine a rectangle as a ridge, and on the east side of that ridge, east side of that rectangle, so that far right portion, that's where a lot of pressure sort of comes in. On the west side of that rectangle, it's it's very steep, really steep on three sides of this rectangle, but very steep on the west side. And there's a creek on the west side that runs north and south. And I've hunted this. I'm just saying. I'm just going to keep calling it a rectangle, but it's a large public land ridge, and it has nuance to it. It's not. It's there's draws and even probably fingers that come off of this. So it's very simplistic to describe it as a rectangle, but I think it's the best way to communicate when it comes to over audio. It's the best way to illustrate it. So I've hunted this area a lot this year on this in this Big Woods Public, and shared some of those experiences. Hunted bottoms near the creek, and based on the time of year, based on the location of acorns, there's a lot of red oak acorns I noticed on the ground, and that's great. Obviously, great food for the deer herds, of this area. And the way if you on this rectangle, if you imagine some old logging roads, a cut had been cut probably a decade plus ago, and so towards the middle of this rectangle, there's more thick areas that had been previously cut. You have logging roads that sort of run through it, which do provide trails and areas where deer scrape and that sort of thing. Small saplings where you find a lot of rubs. Obviously, some bedding somewhere in there. So, but on the far west side, there's areas that were never cut, and so you have a lot of oaks on the sides of the hills. You have a lot of oaks, or on the sides of this steep terrain, and it's steep in the sense that you almost have to have a trekking pole or two. It's that steep. Now, obviously, you can still get up by grabbing trees, or still get up it with grabbing just an old limb and using it as a sort of a trekking pole. But it's really that steep uh, on the on the three sides of this ridge system. And so I tend to use that steepness to get up to the oaks that are on the west side of this rectangle. And this time of year, I've hunted it earlier in the year, but this time of year, I would imagine it is more secure. There's more a sense of security there, and there's food. And I threw a camera up along the west side of this ridge system, the west side of this rectangle last year. Left it up all year long, and I left three of them up. And towards sort of the middle of this west side is where I saw a lot of deer movement, even in like February and March. It was not only does but bucks, and so it makes it more difficult to get to, because you're not only going up this steep ridge, but you're covering ground along the ridge, and you're trying to preserve access or maximize your access. And also, it makes for a long, long hike out at night. And it's, again, incredibly steep on the way out. So that's the situation. I set up in a way, there's a very significant draw between on that west side that runs east to west. So it kind of sort of comes up from the creek up to the top. It's so significant that it pinches deer movement on top of the ridge. So you've got this draw that if deer want to get to another sort of area on that west side of the ridge, it's sort of they have to go a certain way, or they're going to primarily go a certain way. And I had found rubs in that along that pinch in years past. I would say 2 to 3 years ago, but put them in my mapping system and thought, you know what? It's an evening hunt. I know, my theory is that there's good acorns still on the ground, at least red oak acorns. This is a pinch here. It forces deer movement, and if anything's coming through, it's a good evening to sit and just sort of see how this plays out, and also look at sign as a part of scouting for next year. And so on my way up, I could see areas where the deer had recently traveled up and down that ridge. I was able to identify some new rubs. I could see lots of oak acorns on the ground. So I set up in the pinch. I do wish I would have set up more into the draw, but the wind was blowing from a lot of north and south and north, back and forth. And so I wanted to pull back and have my wind dropping into that draw. So let's say I set up south of that draw. It's so steep, deer aren't going to be using it. So any scent that I have is going to ostensibly go over that draw. Now it could hit the opposite side of that draw, but I took my chances there, because anything that's over there is probably not coming over to my area anyways. Anyways, I like the setup. I had two a small buck and then a decent buck come through, but they uh, not necessarily on my side of the setup. So it was a solid hunt, a solid evening hunt in late season, December hunting, which sometimes, I mean, we've all been out December hunting and you don't see anything. So it was encouraging. It was proof of life. I threw another camera up, and I'll probably go back sometime this week and maybe adjust my setup, uh, and we'll see. It was very encouraging. But today I wanted to talk about a product category that I haven't addressed, which is climbing sticks. And what I like to do with these product categories, if you go to the Hunt Detail YouTube channel, you see it a lot, where I'll look at trail cameras, I look at saddle platforms or saddles or other game bags. For example, if you hunt out west and you're looking at game bags, cook stoves, just different types of categories where I'm trying to look at the specs of the different products, of the different options within the category, and break down that category to try to identify value, to try to identify imposters, and to also understand the nuance within that category. Because again, this is the step that we all take, or a lot of us take, when we're making a purchase decision. If we only see two or three options, or really understand or know two or three options, then we might be purchasing something that doesn't have a lot of value, or doesn't add to our hunt, or is an imposter. And so that's sort of where that's why I do these sort of category breakdowns, because it also helps me understand the marketplace when something new comes out. As we approach ATA, we're going to see new things new products hit the market. And if I or you, if we all understand the category, when some company comes to the market with something, we can quickly ascertain whether it has some sort of value or if it's a little bit overpriced or isn't going to really serve our specific needs. So what I did was looking at climbing sticks, and so you have a lot of saddle companies and you have a lot of mobile hunting companies. And so those mobile hunting companies would be the ones that are sort of creating these, smaller stands or quieter tree stands. They're not, I mean, they're not going to be some of your your traditional companies. It's more of the like Lone Wolf Custom Gear or Elevate, or from a saddle standpoint, it's Cruiser, Latitude, Tethered. Uh, Hunting Beast is a mobile hunting company. So you have a lot of these companies that sell climbing sticks, and I wanted to look at the sticks as a whole. And what I decided to do was break them into two groups. And there's the group of sticks that are over 24 ounces per stick, and the group that are really 20 ounces or less. Now, there's a whole bunch of climbing sticks, that are over 20 ounces. And what I'm going to do today is talk about that category, and then next week talk about the category under 20 ounces a stick. It's a little bit of a smaller category, and probably the one that's probably most interesting to a lot of us. But uh, there will be videos on the Hunt Detail YouTube channel with the sort of the same information. Obviously, I can communicate more information visually on YouTube than I can than what's communicated on this. So this is sort of a rough cut. If you haven't already, go to the Hunt Detail YouTube channel and subscribe, and you'll get this and a lot more content. But the categories, I mean, I do want to say this. I really was trying to focus on the 17-inch stick. Some companies only make like a 15-inch, so I did include those. I'm 5'10", maybe, and a 17-inch stick works really, really well for me. I know some folks prefer a shorter stick or a larger stick, but that seems to be sort of the middle ground. Again, I'm looking at specs only. Some folks don't like that approach. They feel like I should have all 25 different sets of climbing sticks in front of me, and that's just not realistic. And so the decisions that we make as consumers is we look broadly, then we start to narrow things down. So take my evaluation for what it's worth, that it's just looking at specs. Now, the sticks in hand, you may decide, oh, this is much better than Jacob ranked it or whatever. But also there are, prices do change, so that does change the value of something. So please take that for what it's worth. The categories I looked at are really the price per stick. Now, some brands only sell them in packs, but packs of 3 or packs of 4, so that makes it kind of tough. Uh, but I still wanted to keep it at price per stick because I just felt like the that was the best way to evaluate, because you're looking at weight per stick, and obviously it's not a perfect way. It's not a perfect evaluation, but it's because again, some of them are, when they're sold as a package, you get, it's a lesser cost per stick. But let's get started. I will say that this is my opinion and it's nothing personal. And so I really think a few years ago, I'll start with I guess that not necessarily the worst stick. All of these sticks work, but uh, coming in at number 15 for me was the Hunting Beast Gear stick that has no holes. It's $105 a stick. The total length of the stick is 20 inches, so that makes the steps about 18 inches apart. And some of the things that I guess some of the pros is that it has the antler bracket design that is really sharp, apparently, really strong bite with these sticks. But the stick themselves is a little over 30 ounces. And so that's really heavy, and it has a pretty high cost per ounce. And when you stack the sticks, they don't stagger stack in a way that creates a low profile. So they just stack one on top of the next, on top of the next, on top of the next. Now, these sticks, I think, came out over 4 years ago, and a lot has changed in the stick market. So it's not an attack on the B sticks. They were great when they came out. It's just I believe that the market has evolved. And as a result, because of the price and because of the weight, because of the fact that there isn't a staggered stack, it it comes in last in this category. And now I will say they have a lifetime warranty on their products. It's non-transferable, but uh, quality product, just not a great option for me personally. Now coming in at number 14 would be the other hunting beast stick, which has holes. It's $119 or $120. It's about 3 ounces lighter at 27 ounces per stick. But again, it's a cam buckle strap. It comes with it, which I'm not a fan of the cam buckles at this point. It does have the antler bracket design, but it doesn't. The steps are somewhat angled, I believe. But when you stack the sticks, they're a high profile. They do not stagger stack, and it's just heavy and expensive. And so that's why the coming in last are the two hunting beast sticks. Again, nothing personal, and that company is clearly a great company. And my guess is that sometime in the near future, we will see an evolution of their stick. When they came out with those sticks 4 or 5 years ago, they were at the top of the market. It's just things have changed. So coming in at number 13, I really like the Hawk Helium sticks. I know that they are sort of the entry point in the climbing sticks for a lot of people, and they are very heavy. I mean, I think it's a 40-ounce stick. They, but they have the steps fold, they stagger stack. I mean, like most sticks these days, it's a Versa button. It comes with a cam buckle. It's probably made in China. There's no necessarily warranty, but it is very expensive and it is low profile. The steps themselves are about 18 inches apart, and so it makes it a decent option. Again, at number 13, coming in at number 12, the Novix Mini Double Step. The it's Yeah, and it comes in a 4 pack only. Makes it really inexpensive per stick, but the sticks are short. They're about 15 inches in between each step. The they don't have a staggered stack. I mean, so they're the high profile, like I mentioned with the uh, honeybee sticks. They do have it comes with a cam buckle. I mean, the Novik sticks do have a pivoting V bracket, which is nice when I guess you have an uneven tree or a situation where you need it to pivot. But it's just I don't think it's a great option. I mean, it's a great cost per ounce. It's one of the highest in the category is the cost per ounce, and but it again I like something that's low profile that when I put it together, and I like something that has a 17 inch to 17 inch step separation. This is 15, and I think what you see with some of these sticks that have a 15 to 50, 15 inch step is they, especially in the next week's podcast, I'll talk about the under 20-ounce stick. And some of them are just under 20 ounces because they're shorter sticks. So you're trading off elevation or height that you can get because it's lighter. And so that's why I put the Novik sticks where they are. Now, coming in at number 11, it's going to take me a minute here as I look at my notes. The Timber Ninja A1 aluminum sticks, they are, it looks like $110 a stick. It doesn't appear that they have a low profile staggered stack. It seems to be the stack where it's just one on top of the next. It's not provided with a cam buckle or a rope system attachment. You have to pay extra for that. I thought that was really interesting. Like, oh, okay, with these other sticks, you get an attachment method. With this one, you don't. You can add an aider, but it's not retractable on the aluminum one. On the carbon one, which we'll talk about later, that one is a retractable aider. The warranty is 3 years, which is a great warranty. But beyond that, I just don't see a lot of value in the Timber Ninja aluminum sticks at $110. It's almost a 26-ounce stick, and there's no innovation there. So I'm not a big fan of Timber Ninja as a whole, because anytime I've looked at their products, I see something that's overpriced and doesn't include things that are included with other mobile or saddle hunting companies. And I'll even point out, like, I did a review or sort of an evaluation, if you will, of one of their saddles, and they show in the pictures the pouches attached to the saddle, but no, you got to pay extra to get the pouches. And so I think it's a little bit they position themselves as a premium product, and they sell at a premium price, but when you pull sort of the curtain back, it doesn't look that premium to me. But I could be wrong, and you may have those products and you may love them. So it's just my opinion. Coming in at number 10 is the Elevate Stain Company Ascend 20-inch stick. Now, it's only sold in a 3-pack, I believe. So makes them $120 a stick. It's an 18-inch step, which is great. They do have a magnetic stack. I believe it's a staggered stack. And they also attach to all Elevate tree stands. It comes with a cam buckle, which not crazy about, but obviously these have like a Versa button, like most sticks. It does have a high cost per ounce, which again, you're getting $120 stick, and the cost per ounce was relatively high within the category. And what I will say is this spreadsheet will be available via the Hunt Detail Instagram page. If you click on the link in Hunt Detail, there's a link tree. You'll be able to download this. It's not available yet, so maybe go to Hunt Detail on Instagram, follow, and then you'll be able to get that when it's completely finalized. Because again, I may make some tweaks or adjustments on this ranking, but the it does have a warranty against manufacturer's defects, but the duration is unknown. I don't know if that's lifetime or not, but that's number 10. Number 9 is the Elevate 17-inch stick. This is $110. It's about a 26-ounce stick. It's almost the same weight as the larger Timber Ninja stick, aluminum, to give you some comparison. But it also it has the magnetic stack. It does have a low profile. It has it comes with the cam buckle. It does come with the warranty against manufacturer's defect. Coming in at number 8 is the Lone Wolf Custom Gear Compact. Now this is it's 17 inches long, but it's about 15 inches step to step. It's a 27-ounce stick. The things that I like about the Lone Wolf Custom Gear sticks is the way they connect and stack is very low profile. They have a buckleless mounting strap that I believe comes with the purchase, and it's this is the this particular stick has a swivel single step. You can add an aider, even though it doesn't have a double step. The aider sort of attaches to the stick itself, but it's a short step to step. It's high cost per ounce. It's high ounces per inch. And I'm sorry. Let me make sure I'm reading that properly. So yeah, that's the compact. Sorry about that. And it does have a lifetime warranty, which I believe is transferable. I could be wrong with the Lone Wolf Custom Gear, but obviously their hunting gear is made to last, and it's obviously a value to have that lifetime warranty. And again, I think that is transferable. I could be wrong, but that was the Lone Wolf Custom Gear Compact, and again, that's a swivel single step. Now, there's several Lone Wolf Custom Gear sticks on here, so I want to make sure I'm going through them each one properly. Now, number 7 are the tethered Skeletors. They come in a 4-pack only. That makes them about $56 a stick, which is amazing. It's about 18 inches between each step. They are 31 ounces, so they're more on the heavy side. But the things I like about the Skeletors, very at the top, cost per ounce, top of the category. The has a 1-year warranty. Now, they're heavy sticks, but they have a angled step that sticks out. They have a rope attachment system. They have and it comes with the ropes, of course. But the rope attachment system is innovative and unique. It makes it easy and quiet, so there's no buckle or metal. They stack and they're low profile. I really like those sticks. They're coming in at number 7. Coming in at number 6, I have the XOP X2, and these they connect side to side, and they are. I'm just taking a look at my notes here. Yeah, they connect side to side. They have a bracket that connects them. They are $70 a stick, which is, I think that's, I think that's correct. No, I'm sorry, that's $90 a stick. $90 a stick, 17-inch step to step. They do have the way they connect makes them very low profile. They come with a cam buckle. It has a sort of a Versa button there. They have a lifetime warranty and 3-year guarantee. So you'll have to look at the notes on their website regarding that. But it's really solid cost per ounce. Good, the standoff, which not every stick company talks about, or not every brand talks about. The standoff is 5 inches, which seems to be a really solid standoff. Large footbed at 10 inches across. Most of them are somewhere between 9 and 10 from a footbed standpoint. But really, at number 6, solid value with the XOP X2. Now, I do not believe they are USA made. So just an FY there. It's probably coming out of China like most things. Coming in at number 5 is the Lone Wolf Custom Gear Compact Double. So this is your double step. Again, about 15 inches between each step. Very high cost per ounce at $149.99 per stick. Cost per ounce is high. The It has a pivoting V bracket. Again, it's a double step, very streamlined profile, interlocking sticks, which is the thing that I like the most about them, how they stack down, and it's a very low profile. Buckleless mounting strap, lifetime warranty. I don't like the short step to step. It's high ounce per inch. It's high cost per ounce. It's a technically, I guess, a poor value if you're. I mean, if you ask me, in some aspects, Coming in at number 4, I have the Lone Wolf Custom Gear Double Step. It's $119. Again, it's about 15 inches between each step. That stick is 27 ounces. That's about the same as the other 2 Lone Wolf Custom Gear sticks that I've mentioned, so about 27 ounces. It's has an angled step, a very low profile, the buckleless mounting strap. It's a high cost per ounce, high ounces per inch, but it's very sturdy, of course. And that came in at number 4, and it does, again, like most of these products, have the lifetime warranty. Like most all of, I guess, the Lone Wolf Custom Gear products. Coming in at number 3 is the Cruiser Solution. It's only sold as a 4-pack, so it's about $95 a stick. Each stick is about 25 ounces. The ounces per inch are, I think, they're at the top of the category. Really strong value here. It's made in China. It has an angled step. It has a nesting stack, a very nice cleat attachment system, rope and cleat attachment system. Comes with a rope, and it's the best value of the top 3. It comes in at number 3, but it's the best value, and that is the Cruiser Solution pack of 4 sticks. Doesn't state if there's any warranty. Coming in at number 2 is I have the Out on a Limb Shakar. Now, Out on a Limb as a mobile hunting company, it's not as polished as what you see out there with the other brands, but it's a $125 stick, 24 ounces, really innovative. It's about a little over 17 inches per step, in between each step, and unfortunately, the strap options are an additional charge. The attachment option, whether it's a cam buckle or a strap, there's a strap that he sells for that. What's innovative is that the standoffs and the bracket rotate in such a way that you can stack them, and they are incredibly low profile. And so I think they won an award at ATA a few years ago. And if you think about this, I think they've been out for a number of years. At that weight and that price, makes it a really strong value. It does have a warranty against manufacturer defects. Duration is unknown. But it's a great, it seems to be a great stick. Now, coming in at number 1 is the Hunt Arsenal Icon X20. It's $140. It's 20. So the total length of the sticks is 21 inches. The length between the steps apparently is about 20 inches. It's a 25-ounce stick, which is almost the lightest in this category. And I'm trying to make sure I cover all the categories here. Made in China. It has a telescopic design, so it shrinks down from 21 inches, I think, to 13 inches. The ounces per inch are the best in the category. Cost per ounce is solid. It has a large footbed. It has an angled step. It has a cork spine, or it has cork around the spine to keep it quiet. It has glow tabs. It has a magnet stacking system. The stack is very low profile. It has a unique rope attachment system. It's the warranty is 2 years non-transferable. But I mean, the Hunt Arsenal products, I did look at their platform in a previous review, and it rose to the top. And this is no different. This is really a lot of it just is very slick. It's almost like if you went to the Hunt Arsenal website and you went to the Out on a Limb website, you'd see the difference. The Hunt Arsenal website is obviously very slick, and I think it's in line with the brand that you're trying to communicate to the mobile hunter. Obviously, it's a little bit more expensive, but it's uh, it's a really nice looking stick, and that comes in at number one. So those are my thoughts on the over 20-ounce category. I've gone a little long on this episode, but it's just fun to think and look at these things and think about these things. And what I would say is keep your eyes out as we get closer to ATA. I plan on being at ATA. I'll be sharing what I find there on the Hunt Detail YouTube channel for sure, but also here on this podcast. And though I'm sure there'll be new sticks, new platforms, or something that comes out that illustrates some innovation from one of these mobile hunting companies. Now, appreciate your time. I certainly would appreciate a 5-star review. Best of luck the rest of the season, and we'll talk again next week.